Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sandra Rimaputri, and today I would like to criticize the Divergent movie. The Divergent movie is a science fiction action movie directed by Neil Berger in 2014. This movie was created based on the novel with the same name, which was written by Veronica Roth and released in 2011. The plot of this movie tells about the adventure of Beatrice Pryor, or Trish Pryor, who lives in Chicago, where the society there are divided into five factions, namely abnegation, amity, candor, downloss, and erudite. One day, Beatrice has to choose between her family and her choice, she was 18 years old, and people who are above 18 years old have authorities to pick another faction for them to live and leave their families. Then the exciting and the thrilling plot of the movie begins from there. As one of the people who have read and enjoyed the novel before watching the movie, I could say that I am satisfied enough with the movie. Veronica Roth has described each character well in the novel, and what is in the movie is almost the same with the novel. For example, in the novel, Beatrice or Trish is someone who is described as for having blonde long hair which always tied up, and it's the same with the movie. Not only that details, but also the costumes also look like those which described in the novel. In the novel, the abnegation people wear shabby gray clothes. The downloss people always use black clothes, and most of them also have tattoos in their bodies. The erudite people always wear blue clothes, and most of them also wear glasses, as they are mostly bookworm and thirst of knowledge. And meanwhile, the amity people always use green or brown clothes, as their main livelihood are as farmers. What written in the novel and in the novel and the movie are the same. As Divergent is a science fiction movie, the CGI, or computer generated image, holds the biggest and the most important role in the movie. Overall, I think there's no serious problem within the CGI, because we all know that Hollywood movies are known for making the best movies which equipped with CGI. Every scene looks real, and when I watch the movie, I start to doubt whether it is made by technology called CGI or it is real, because it was hard for me to differentiate. For instance, when in the scene when Beatrice finds herself surrounded by her own reflections in the mirror in the rooms full of mirrors, at a glance it looks like she stands up in the middle of the room, which is surrounded by mirrors. But it's in the real life, Shailene Woodley, who played as the Trish, is actually didn't stand up in the set of in the room full of mirrors, but she just stood up in the middle, in the set which surrounded by green screen. Even though some of the scenes in the movie were created by CGI, but the cinematography also looks great and please everyone who watches it. For instance, when there's a game in the movie that require the characters to steal another team's flag, Trish and Ford decides to climb the Ferris wheel, and the movie shows us how high the Ferris wheel, and somehow it looks incredible. Not only the CGI and the cinematography that makes this film amazing, but the actors and the actress of the movie make this movie be greater. They play their roles well, including the main actors and the main actor and the main actress, which are Shailene Woodley, who plays as Trish, and Theo James, who plays as Four. Cited from RogerEbert.com's Lemire 2014, in 2014 state that both Woodley and James have good chemistry to each other, even though the romance between them looks a bit rushed on the screen. I think it's probably because the movie itself is more focused on the actions and not the romance story. As someone who enjoys watching science fiction movies such as Harry Potter and The Hunger Games, this movie this Divergent movie basically looks like The Hunger Games because it succeeds in highlighting the feminism issue, where in which Katniss in Hunger Games is described as a brave and fearless woman, and the same characteristic also applied to Trish Pryor. Even though the characteristics of the main characters look a bit same, but the plot is different and still interesting to watch. I could say that this Divergent movie is one of the best movies I have ever watched. It's probably one of my favorite movies. It is really worth watching and makes me never get bored to watch it for several times. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.